Oh,
Ready,
and
Bam Fam?
Nintendo will be another talking point because they announced they're going to talk about other things, not just Zelda. After all,
Right. Right.
oh, thank God.
It was a trick.
Yeah.
We'll see how much it really turns out to be.
They're gonna talk about the Metroid Pachinko machine.
The game we've all been
It's
waiting
just
for.
lots of little morph balls bouncing around.
Would play. All right, welcome back to the Comfycast. I hope you enjoyed that little song that just played that I'll add in later. I'm Reddish Blues, and this is a small community podcast where we talk about comfy video games. And I'm joined by, as always, Mr. Hoot.
Hello.
And two new friends today that people might know. Chili Peppers,
Yo.
the meme himself, and another friend, Poondunkus. Am I pronouncing that right?
I'm here, yo. What's up?
Esquire. Welcome, guys. This is episode. What episode is this? 9?
9, I think, yeah.
Holy shit, we're almost at 10. Awesome.
I'll have a party next time.
Soon double digits.
Next time we'll just have 30 people here on guesting and just screaming at each other.
Just
Hello,
talking
we
over
have-
each other, yeah.
Episode-
Episode...
Episode 9. We got some stuff to talk about, but let's do our weekly roundup. Find out what everybody was playing. Who wants to go first? Anybody?
I'm gonna go first.
All right, what's up?
So, actually, I'm gonna start with something I haven't said last week, but it's still kind of relevant. I've seen the Warcraft movie
Oh, damn.
not so long ago. I'm completely on a whim because I had no intention at first. And then it was an extremely shitty day, and a friend of mine said, "Hey, I'm super bored, let's go see like something dumb." And so the Warcraft movie was playing. And it is pretty damn... Well, it is Warcraft, so it's not the most highbrow kind of fantasy movie you're ever going to see in your life.
Are you a fan of the series? You played the
Not
games
even.
before?
No, I don't even particularly care about my Warcraft. Like it, I'm really not that informed about the lore. I know, like, the one I know about the most is Warcraft 3, and this wasn't based on that. This is based on Warcraft 1, and
So it's not even World of Warcraft.
No,
Like,
it's
not even.
way.
It's not even
way
based on their
before.
MMO.
It's
There's
way
not fetch
before the
quests in
MMO.
this movie?
Kinda. No, it's way before. It's like even before Thrall. Like it's on Thrall's stats, and like it's the initial coming of the orcs on Azeroth. So like it's like the whole genesis of the whole thing. But there are some hints. Like you can see some stuff, references to the later games. You can see Draenei's and cages. Oh, by the way, spoilers alert, I guess.
Whoa.
I'm not going to see it. Go ahead, spoil away.
Yeah, I know.
Ruined.
I'll never play.
I'll be completely honest. This movie is schlock, but it's really entertaining schlock. Like the entire thing is it's a CG fest. I really am curious to see like the behind the scenes of that movie because, well, it's all like real actors. It's all like super realistic, but it still has the Warcraft design, like the big armors, like especially the ridiculous human armors that they have of like the huge
like 10 times bigger,
and like the huge helmets, like the big bucket helmets. And so you have this entire disconnect in the entire movie where you see these really normal people and these super weird environments. Like even the city, like at some point you see Stormwind, and like they keep the architecture that's based on Warcraft, so it looks slightly cartoony. Like every building is slightly skewed, and like the roofs are blue, and like they look a bit wonky. It's pretty fun to watch. Honestly, I had a good time watching it, even though I'm not particularly invested in Warcraft. And
now,
I know
is it like like Michael Bay tier, like explosions everywhere, fighting kind of stuff, or is there like
No.
is there more
They had
story?
invented explosions back then.
There's a story.
There's
it's
magic.
There's a story, and it's super. It's kind of generic, but like you can't really fault the people because Warcraft in itself, like at least the first games are extremely generic. Like Blizzard in general, we've touched about that because of Overwatch and stuff, but writing is not their strong suit for any of their games. So Warcraft is like it's kind of a mix between a generic like fantasy, like if it was like if you were watching some LARPers really having fun.
Mm-hmm.
I want to watch it now.
Yeah, no, it's
I saw
pretty damn fun. Like I wouldn't
Lady
maybe
Orc in there.
Yeah. I maybe wouldn't recommend watching in the movies if you don't want to spend like money, like a lot of money going to the cinema. But I would recommend like watching it like when it comes out on DVD, on Blu-ray or something like that. Or
you mean
pirate group watch later?
Oh, you mean dollar theater?
Yeah,
I'm there.
And no, it's really fun. Like I would watch it with some friends. I probably will rewatch it some point later just to watch it with some friends because it was just super funny and like super, just throws a lot of shit at your face and like, but at least it's interesting to look at. I've been more entertained by that than a lot of other good movies that came out that like were better in terms of story and characters and all that stuff. But you kind of used to the formula, and here's like, okay, no. There's no limits. It's like, it's the Warcraft world. So, okay, you have your weird people with glowing eyes. All the night elves, there are a few night elves in this movie that are like part of the council. They're not purple like in the games. They just look Asian.
Dropped.
Did you cringe at any point watching this movie? Like, were you just like, no, this is stupid?
Yeah, a few times. There's quite a few times I felt like this is super stupid and I'm loving it.
I've been meaning to watch that movie, but I didn't put much hope in it to it. But it's kind of I've kind of like been meaning to watch it, but you don't know how bad or good is it. But it's nice to hear that it's at least watchable.
It's watchable. Like if you don't go with like any expectation of like good writing or like super interesting characters, but they all do their part, and it's just a fun romp. I'm kind of hoping they will make the follow-ups because I'm kind of interested in where they will go with all that stuff, especially because if they go up to Warcraft 3, which I'm guessing might be just the next movie, the whole thing about Arthas and Thrall is already more interesting than
Warcraft, and then Warcraft 3, and then Battlefield 1.
Exactly. But like I don't know much about Warcraft 2. I don't know what happens in Warcraft 2, but I'm guessing not a lot.
Guess some war.
Pretty much some war, but like it's more war between orcs and humans, so I'm guessing they might not be able to make a whole movie about Warcraft 2.
So there was no auction board in this movie where everyone was just standing around looking.
No, but there was someone being transformed into a sheep.
Oh God. All right. Well, hey, they got some of their memes.
And you have your Murloc in there. You have your weird.
I was about to make the Murloc sound, but I can't remember. I don't want to try it. It's bad audio.
So yeah, I don't know if I would recommend, but like recommend in the theaters. But I would recommend like as a watch if you're just curious and you just want to watch like the most high fantasy thing you probably will see, because I don't think even the oldest like. You remember that period of time in the movies where there were just every fantasy movie based on every book, like Aragon and the Golden Compass and Narnia?
Yeah, when everyone wanted to get that Lord of the Rings money.
I love how you said Compass.
Exactly. And like there was all these movies who were trying to bank on the whole fantasy genre.
Yeah.
And this is kind of like, this is the pinnacle of fantasy movies. Like it's all these elements but amped up to 11.
Better than Lord of the Rings?
Nah. Fuck off.
Much deeper. Oh shit.
Better than The Hobbit though.
The deepest lore.
I would say it's almost. I enjoyed it more than The Hobbit. I enjoyed it more than The Hobbit.
I'm probably gonna go see it. Also, I mean, it's video games technically, so like for the same reason I watched the Assassin's Creed movie, even though I didn't really like Assassin's Creed. It's like I want to see what they did with it. Like I want to see how they did it. But I will not watch the Doom movie because fuck that.
They're making a Doom movie?
Yeah, didn't they have one with The Rock where like at the end of the movie he like iron sights?
Oh, you're right.
Don't you remember?
Forgot about this.
That
you're
shit was
right.
bad.
I repressed that. Okay.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for bringing that back.
They've made a whole bunch of video game movies where you're like, did they really make that? And you like go back and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I mean,
or it's not even about the game at all. It's basically they took the title.
Any Street Fighter movie ever, because there's a couple.
Well, one of the Street Fighter movies that's just the best line in history.
Which is say it.
If it's in Street Fighter, if I recall, like I'm not sure, but it's like, for you this was the worst day of your life. For me, it was Tuesday.
Yeah,
that's Bison.
That's the same one when where Guile finally gets to like the final boss chamber, and Bison's like, "You came here expecting to find a man, but instead you fight a god."
This is such good lines.
It's the most amazing piece of crap ever.
What is it? This is the worst day for you, but for me, it's just a Tuesday.
Well,
because like one of the heroes confront Bison, like, "Oh, you killed everyone," and stuff like. And like Bison's like, "For you, it was the worst day of your life. For me, it was just Tuesday."
Getting that tatted on my knucks. I need more fingers.
You got a lot of
knuckles. Hilarious. Other than that, just my week was like playing more Overwatch and work, so I'm not going to go into more Overwatch. I think we've
Overwatch
had,
and work, man. I think that game is crack. Anybody else do anything cool? Play any video games? Watch any video game movies?
What are other people's weeks?
I finished playing the Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. It's been out a couple of years, but for some reason it was sitting around half finished on my shelf, so I just went back and finally polished it off. That's a real fun game. Really good platformer.
I miss Donkey Kong. I played 3D. What is it? 3D Country, or what is it? 3D Donkey Kong Returns 3D, or what is it? On
the 3DS, you mean?
Yeah, on 3DS.
Okay, yeah.
Donkey Kong Returns.
I never played Tropical.
It's better.
Tropical
it's
Dong.
Definitely better. It's just it's one of those like sequels where you're just it improved upon it, in every way. And Returns was already a pretty decent game, so.
I'm finally going to get a Wii U soon, so that's on my list of stuff to get.
Yeah, it's definitely a must-buy for the Wii U's limited
I
library.
actually have a friend who worked on Tropical Freeze. I visited him while he was working on that game. Oh, that's
right, you did. I totally forgot about that, yeah.
Did he give you any bananas, or?
No.
He froze you.
But I remember just an anecdote, and I'm not going to put any names, but if I recall... I'm not even sure if I'm allowed to say this.
Breaking those NDAs, right?
Yeah, there we go.
It's just like a passing anecdote, but apparently during that time when he was working, there was also the time when they announced the 2DS, right? Oh. And apparently not a lot of people were like informed that was a thing. The 2DS was being made. And apparently some Japanese execs who were at Austin at the time, because that's where the office for what's the name of the company again?
Retro.
Yeah, Retro is situated. Like they're in Austin. That's when I was visiting.
Yeah.
And apparently there was just one Japanese executive going down the halls going fuck. The day the TDS was announced.
Dishonorable. Oh, I'm sorry, that was racist. That's
But
crazy.
yeah, Retro people were pretty nice, cool guys. And yeah.
Person that does the music on that is still, what's his name? Oh
David
my god.
Wise?
Yeah, David Wise. He still does that. He did that, right?
Yeah. Well, he didn't do returns, I don't think.
No wonder it didn't feel the same.
Right, like they didn't get him for that project, but they got him on this one, and OST is great. So
I gotta pick that up. That went recently. What is it? What do they call their games? Like when they go like discounted forever because they're legacy, or what do they call them?
Yeah, well, whatever Nintendo,
whatever they're called, platinum,
special,
whatever the fuck they're called.
Collection. They've got some name.
Yeah, so it's like $14 or something. Probably pick it up and play that then. Anything else, Chili? You play anything?
I've been visiting old games. Recently, I was like, why haven't I played all the Mega Man Battle Network games? Because I started thinking, why haven't they?
Man. Oh man, I need to get into those. I've been meaning to.
I played the first one.
Yeah, that's what I started on, because the other day I started thinking, I was on a V-thread, and they were like, why haven't they made an app for your phone? Because they could bank on that idea of like making your own custom NetNavi, and
because Capcom.
Yeah.
You know.
And having your own little like web, you know how you can go to your friends' like web pages or whatever, and have your own little layout. Mm-hmm. That would be cool, but unfortunately, Capcom is Capcom.
They don't like money.
No, they don't.
Well, I think Konami. They do like money. They're just really, really stupid and they don't know how to make it.
We like money, but how did we even get it in the first place? Help me. Let's make a pachinko machine and follow Konami's footsteps.
Mega Man pachinko machine.
Well, that's cool. You know, I didn't really play ever much of Battle Network. I stopped Mega Man manning really at Legends. When I played all the Mega Mans up until when that came out.
You know what? I never really liked the main series. I mean, you can hate me for it.
Oh, yeah, blasphemy.
But Battle Network was my cup of tea because the different gameplay.
I'm gonna try it out. I keep saying I want to try all these games, but if I can move to myself, I did play a game, which shout out to Welt, because he always, Reddish, you never play shit. You never play anything besides Overwatch. So, fuck you, I played a game, and guess what? It was a really long game.
No,
it wasn't. It was Journey.
Wow.
I bought it. It was on sale. I had never played it before, and I know it's crazy critical reviews, so I was like, I'm going to try it. Man, that game, maybe it was that I had like 3 cups of coffee, and I was just really into what I was doing. And honestly, I think maybe it was that it was so short, because it took me like 2 hours.
You can finish in an hour and a half.
2 hours. So it took me like 2 hours, but it was beautiful. I know everything's been said about Journey before.
Did you play online?
Beautiful. Huh?
Did you play online? Did you meet,
I did not see that coming at all. I thought, when I finished the game, I was like, that was really cool. Like that little character they add at the end that really helps you pull. And then it's like you played with, and I was like, those were people. I had no idea.
It's so good.
No, I had no idea. Yeah, it was really cool. What it reminded me of, the ending, was, did you ever play Tales? Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons?
I've not finished it, but I don't
want to spoil it for you then. But there's a mechanic at the end of that game that really does feel like that, and it was moving. But man, the music, the mechanic in the game of your scarf thing, the papers everywhere. That was fun. Just the sliding alone was like the most hype shit I've done. Like it was crazy.
It's one of those things where like a lot of people shit on it and say like, "Oh man, walking simulator," but like it's a fun game. Like there's actual gameplay stuff going into it,
and it also very much reminded me. Simulator. It very much reminded me too, and I'm sure this has been said before, but like Shadow of the Colossus kind of game where it's like, not much is said, it's just implied, and you just take. And I love when a game does that, where it's like, I'm not an idiot. Like I'll piece it together, and I don't need to know crazy lore and all this other stuff. I just want to like be there doing it, and I'll figure it out, And it does that really well.
When I was playing it, there was something and we got attacked by those. So I'm going through those, the online dudes following with me. We got attacked by one of those snake things.
Oh yeah.
Right. And like it scatters us, and I'm like wandering, I'm like looking around, like all panicky, pinging real fast, trying to find my buddy. And I find him. He's just like face down in the dirt. I'm like, oh my God, he's dead. Oh, he died. Meet up and stuff. It's like all the emotion without any dialogue at all.
Yeah, that's what's really crazy about it.
And it's really strong when you have a club partner. Like if you climb that mountain, like next to him, and you will always see him fall first.
Yeah, I know.
And I was trying to stay as close as I could to my little buddy, trying to like do a little call out thing, like stay warm, stay warm. And then there's that part right before that where those snake things come, and he kept going, like just walking. I'm like, I'm trying to hide from it so it doesn't see me. And like in little things, he goes and then it picks him up, right? And like it rips off his scarf or whatever, a big chunk of it. And I'm like, oh no, like my little buddy, like maybe I'm still thinking that's supposed to happen. Like this is all that's an NPC, and this is like showing me what would happen if you had followed him or whatever. But then like
it's all scripted.
Yeah, like he meets up with me again, and I'm like, oh, you live, and then like he was like waiting for me, and I'm like, what's going on? And then
turns out it was just an idiot.
Yeah, it was just a dude. And maybe now is a good time to play because I don't know how often people are playing, but it did go on sale recently. So it said that I played with like 2 people. So I was like, I don't know how exactly, but yeah, it was a really good experience.
If I recall,
glad I finally played it.
If I recall, Journey is the one game that made me buy a PS3 at the time.
It was one of my top considerations too, definitely.
$599 Journey machine.
At the time it released, the PS3 was like way cheaper, thankfully.
Yeah, I mean, I got my PS3 2 years ago. It was like $200, not even $100, $99. I got it on Craigslist or something.
Dang.
But yeah, it was really worth it to put those 2 hours in. And I had going in blind like that was really cool too. I'm glad I did. Somehow I avoided any kind of info about
that's actually crazy that you would avoid it, because I thought it was common knowledge that it was a co-op thing. So that's really cool though.
And another thing was like just the environments. I thought it was all desert, and then you like go through a water and then the snow, and I'm like, oh shit, this is really cool. Like, didn't see that coming at all.
Is anyone else looking forward to Abzu, that other game by the same team coming out?
I don't think I've heard about that at all.
ABZU, Abzu.
Is it kind of like the same?
It's like an underwater diver man with a Fooly Cooly head going around.
Oh boy, that's right up my alley.
Yeah, it looks real comfy. Looks real. Just go around and see some pretty things, and I'm hoping to see it at E3 because it's been a while since it was announced. But
man, that sounds cool. Let's use that as a little segue right here into E3 because E3 is a week, 6 days away, less than a week.
With the first coming up will be EA. Exactly in a week on the 12th.
Is that a Saturday?
This will be Sunday.
Oh, Sunday
1 p.m. PT.
So I was wrong. There's nothing on Saturday.
Then we have Bethesda, and then we have Microsoft. Then the PC gaming show. If anyone's going to watch that.
So wait. What is on?
Okay, so let me tell you all the dates and stuff like that. So just so we're clear. So on the 1 p.m. PT.
EA?
On EA, that's in 6 days and 9. Well, all these are in about a week. Then after that, 7 and will be Bethesda at 7 p.m. the same day.
6 hours later.
Just an hour later.
What? You said what was that? 1 p.m.
6 hours later. Okay, 1 p.m. and then 7 p.m.
It has a time machine. I totally forgot.
And then 9:30 a.m. PT on June 13th. That will be Microsoft. And then on 12 p.m. on June 13th will be the PC gaming show.
Oh no!
Then
they're doing it again.
Oh no!
Yeah, they're doing that again. So who knows? It might be better.
I've done nothing against it. I mean, obviously we all have PCs. That's cool. I just want them to do something other than like a little talk show where it's like, this is the most boring shit I've seen. Like, just talk about the games. Don't like interview the person.
PC Master Race. We're gonna talk about motherboards and graphics cards. Then 1 p.m. on June 13th will be Ubisoft. After 6 p.m. on June 13th will be Sony. And then the last one, 9 a.m. on June 14th, the very last day, will be Nintendo.
Nintendo.
This will be the Zelda show.
Yeah.
Get ready for 90 minutes of Zelda.
Of streaming or something like that as well.
Yeah, their Treehouse is going to go. I think it's going to be 2 days that they're going to do Treehouse streaming stuff. But they also just, now that since we're talking about E3, let's just mention this, that Nintendo did announce they're not just going to talk about Zelda after all, at least not on the Treehouse. So that's cool because I was like, I mean, I think everyone agreed, like, Zelda's great, love Zelda. What the fuck are you going to show for 2 days? Like, is it just going to repeat? Are you going to just play the game like for 2 full days? You're going to give away a lot. Yeah. So they announced that they're going to, starting at 9 a.m. PT, they're going to talk about Pokemon first. Then they're going to go into Zelda, Pokemon Sun and Moon. Then they're going to go into Zelda. And then I think the next day they're going to talk about Monster Hunter, Dragon Quest, and Tokyo Mirage sessions.
Okay.
Which I totally thought that game was out already.
Well, it came out in Japan, so yeah.
Yeah, that must be why. Yeah, I thought it was out. I don't know why. But yeah, so it's not just going to be Zelda, so that's good.
But
that's not a lot.
They did confirm that they're not going to talk about the NX, though, right? Like that.
Yes. Yeah. No NX. Yeah, which some people I've seen are like, no, they're pulling a fast one on us. They just want us to not think that, and then they're gonna. But it's like so sad because it's like I don't think they will. I really don't. They would have announced if they were going to. I think so. I know that people are really hoping for Nintendo to be like surprise us.
They're gonna be like those stories you hear that Gaben rolls into the stage. But no, I really doubt it because that's sad.
It won't. That's not. I don't think that's not how Nintendo is. Like maybe if this was another Sony or something, I don't know. That actually gives into trying to hype people up. But Nintendo is not really about that. At least,
especially given their take on E3. Like over the past couple of years, they've been really downplaying it.
Well, because they have their directs, so they don't need to do much. They can separate it, and then you just get Nintendo. Like they're not sharing space with anyone else in their directs. So, which is why people say E3 is dying, because a lot of companies have caught on to that, and they want, like Sony has, what's it called?
Oh yeah, they had their thing in
the
December,
PlayStation Experience.
Yeah, PlayStation Experience. Yeah,
but at the same time, they just dropped like all the bombshells in the world last year. So it's like they clearly still know that E3 is when you hit people with that shock and awe.
Exactly, but see, they know it, and they're willing to put that out there. But
they even did that little joke on the scene when like he I think it was Adam Boyes who took out those little lists. Okay, he went, okay, Last Guardian announced that, Final Fantasy VII remake, okay, and then after that's like, okay, we had one more Shenmue 3, okay.
Yeah.
I don't think Nintendo's going to drop any NX stuff. Like, I mean, they already said they would, so it'd be counterproductive for them to do it now, I think. But they're going to talk about Dragon Quest, Tokyo Mirage Sessions, Sharp FE, which is the Fire Emblem Megami Tensei mix mashup, and what's the other one? Oh, Monster Hunter Generations, which I think that's the one that's like chibi style Monster Hunter. Is that it?
Think so.
Or am I wrong?
Yeah.
Is that it? I can't keep track of the Monster Hunters.
I think the other
myself.
Me neither. It's like I was telling Varia. I want to be into Monster Hunter so bad, but there's a lot of them. I don't know. I know it looks better on one system than it does on the other. I want one for the Wii U too, or like as much as I know it's huge on mobile, like in Japan too. Like I'd like one for console that looked really nice. That'd be cool and controlled better. But
I had it for the Wii, whichever, or I think it was 3 that came out for the Wii, and it came with the controller and all that. And like I was getting started to play it, but that was when I was still living at home. And every time I would be playing it, my mom would be around, and she'd be like, "Why are you killing those animals? Oh, they're not.
Are you winning, son?"
Why? And I'm like, "Mom, shut up!" But
they're not real.
Yeah, but it just like bothered me enough that I never got into like a groove of playing it, which is what you need to do with those games. You need to get in like that grinding mood. Yeah. And I just never got into it. So
that's also
I
why
could probably enjoy
Pokemon?
It now, but
you never had a Tamagotchi? Is that what they're called? Tamagotchi as a kid?
Tamagotchi.
Where you race it? Whatever they are. Other than that, they're talking about Pokemon. Sun and Moon.
Can I mention that Nintendo has they put on Twitter that Nintendo has the biggest stage out of everybody?
Oh, really?
I know. Well, it's weird because I saw the floor plans, right? And they have a lot of space on the floor, and the other person who has like a lot of space is Oculus, which is, I mean,
Oculus makes sense. They need the space just so people can move about.
And this is what I realize is that the only way for them to get people interested is to literally let them try it out. Like, you know what I mean? Like Nintendo, they can say like, oh, the games, they're video games. People know video games, but for people to buy an Oculus, you have to put one on your face. So you have to bring it to where people are. So I mean, it makes sense, but it was just, I wasn't expecting it to be. They're like right below them on the show floor, and it's like they have like just as much space. So I mean, that's a lot of Zelda. So I'm hoping maybe they'll have like more Pokemon stuff for people to see. Right. Not like any of us will be there.
Yeah, I won't. But I wonder if they're since they've opened up to not just talking about Zelda, not getting any wild hopes here, but like they have something else coming out, right? Like
Metroid.
Not really.
That's right.
Nothing there. I'm hoping that they will announce something. Like, I don't even need to see. Like, I don't need to see the whole treehouse about the game. Like, oh, here it's announced and here's some game footage. I just want them to say stuff's coming out, but I don't think they would because they would have to announce it for NX. Like, they're not going to announce games for
you're
Wii U
right.
this year. I don't
new
think so.
Wii U games coming
Unless
out,
it's something, and if it is something, it's going to be something that's half-baked, like Rush. They're not done with it. They want it out by Christmas. Like, I don't know. Then there was this other leak.
Color Splash.
About Mario Kart DLC. That might be getting announced.
Oh, I don't. I saw that thing. I think people grossly misinterpreted what it meant.
The only reason I agreed with it is because they used a hashtag. I mean, I don't know if anyone's seen this, but it's the picture of Mario Kart 64, right? And it's like
when they hit the train.
Yeah, where they hit the train, and they use the hashtag of MK8, So I don't know. I mean, I guess because it's their newest game. I mean, I don't know. It'd be great to see something for that. There's still a lot of people that play that.
It may be because Mario Kart 8 could always love more stages for Mario Kart 8, but knowing Nintendo's mimic abilities right now,
right?
Their memes are too strong. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I want to see them do something. I'm glad that they at least said, "Hey, it's not just Zelda. There will be other stuff in some capacity."
Mm-hmm.
It's still very weak. I still find it super weak, even with the other stuff you announced.
The fact that they're not pushing Pokemon as much, though, kind of bothers me.
It is weird. That game's coming out this year.
Yeah, it's coming out this year. Push that.
Zelda's bigger, though.
Zelda is bigger. Zelda is huge, but also at the same time, they announced things like it's coming to NX as well. It's coming out in March, next year, and it's just there are things they could have held back, and they could have just said Zelda. Yes, Zelda will be there. You will see more Zelda. Nothing else. Just you will see more Zelda. Also, hey, Pokemon's coming out this year. A new Pokemon. Let's show off the starters there, or let's do, so, I mean, I guess it would have leaked or something, but
I'm just getting ready to be disappointed by the evolutions of the starters.
Of course, yeah.
Definitely.
I've seen such cool
none
stuff.
of us believe any of those leaks that have been out, right?
Well, that's the problem, though. You see them and you're like, this isn't true, but God, it looks so fucking cool. And no matter what they do, it's a disappointment compared to the fan.
It's never going to look as cool as all these mock-ups.
Yep, especially that it looking seal one.
That thing scared the shit out of me.
The more I see it, the more I would like the seal evolution. It's so scary, but it's also so cool.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be a cool design. I don't know. I still laugh at that little Rowlet evolution where he just gets a tie and gets bigger.
It just gets fatter and bigger.
Same thing.
But it doesn't change.
I'm hoping that the cat turns into a tiger and not a panther.
Those people, I've seen some really cool mock-ups, which basically every animal would kind of have a circus animal theme, a show theme. So I've seen people draw Rowlet's evolution with he has a big fancy hat, he looks like a magician, and the cat would evolve into a tiger, and Poplio would evolve into a clown thing. So that would be a nice theme.
I could see that, except that they never do themes among the whole starters. You know what I mean?
Although, last generation, there was kind of a theme of not fantasy, but one was a knight, one was the witch, and the other one was the ninja. So it was not, I mean, it's not fantasy, but they're all kind of three different.
They were archetypes, kind of.
Yeah, archetypes. Yeah, you know what I mean. So I mean, maybe I don't know.
I guess maybe, but how much of that is just, hey guys, we have to have diverse stats for our starters. So one's the physical powerhouse, one's the tank, one's the speedy one or whatever.
I don't know.
Could be.
I'm looking forward to that. Maybe they'll show them off at E3. They don't ever show the final, but maybe they'll show the second evolutions or whatever.
That would be cool.
I don't know.
Meh.
I want to see more features, because what they showed off this past week, or when was it when they showed off the newest trailer?
Yeah, it was this past week's trailer.
That Rotom Pokedex was pretty cool.
Oh yeah, the talking Pokedex.
Yeah, that was cool. Thank you for bringing that up, because that was really cool. Very much Yokai Watch. They know who they're competing with now, and at the same time, I'm whoa, they straight up stole that. I'm well, Yokai Watch straight up ripped off all of Pokemon, so I don't think it's really fair to just say Nintendo's stealing here. But if I never played much Yokai Watch at all, but I saw a lot of it, and there's a ghost that's basically your kind of, it gives you information about the different other ghosts. He's actually a ghost, or the other monsters or whatever. So it's very much looks like Rotom there being your little companion thing.
Yeah.
But that was cool. I mean, that's a different take on it, and
that was their little nod of saying, "We know what you're doing."
Yeah.
Yeah. It also kind of, I think, in a way that sort of confirms that they're not. It's not going to be another black and white in terms of all new.
Yeah,
because
they could have literally made a Pokemon. They could have made a Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clearly,
So I mean,
there's going to be some old, some new.
How many will have this? Because one of the things,
it's over 700.
Let's just say it's not possible to complete the Pokedex right now for 99.9% of people.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think that's why they do these giveaways, and that's why they're trying to make it easier, with the trading thing. It's super easy to get Pokemon now.
Sure.
So I mean, that's what I think. But I mean,
and there was I want to say there was something 600 catchable in the wild in X and Y.
Damn.
Wow.
I need to go back and play that, actually. That gets me kind of excited.
It was bananas how much variety they had. but at the same time, it's a little bit like, because all the new Pokemon, there was only like 70 new ones. Mm-hmm. And whenever I play a game for the first time, of course, I want to use all new Pokemon, right? Yeah. So I can't even appreciate that they have all these old guys because I'm only on the lookout for the new ones.
Yeah, that's very true. I mean, I have my favorites that I always kind of like want on my team or whatever, my bros, if you will. But I usually try to build up a team first of all new, and then like beat the game with that, and then like go back and change up my group. But I kind of just want them to. I want a new 100, like exactly 100. But I know that probably
100 is a good amount. Yeah.
It'll probably be another 50, 60, whatever, you know. I mean, which is still a lot, but for some reason it doesn't feel like a lot when you see like when
part of it is that they do like a small number, but then they say, "Oh, we have a whole bunch of megas," but fuck mega evolutions.
Yeah, fuck. And I want them to can that so bad. Like I know it's too. Can they retcon that some way? Like I did not care about megas.
Is really my least favorite thing in the recent Pokemon.
And it's
trends.
so dumb because there's a lot of Pokemon that deserve follow-up evolutions, like Mawile.
Oh,
right?
Yeah, there's so many.
Just give it an evolution. But no, it's got a mega. Why? Just make that a proper evolution for it.
I mean, yeah, that's bad. And they could even go back and make a couple new baby Pokemon, and I'd be fine with that. You know, like, but not megas, because megas are like, are they or are they not? Do you count them or do you not? Because like, you know, it's just it convolutes the whole thing in my head. Maybe that's just my OCD or something, but.
For me, it was just like the mega was like, for me, the thing I would have liked is like it really made some unpopular Pokemon more useful. Because, you know, there's a lot of Pokemon that people just don't use because they have shit stats or like they're not that interesting. The thing is like, in some aspect that does that for a few, like I know Beedrill, for example, who's really cool, but nobody uses him because he's super weak.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But like he got the Mega Evo, and that's cool. But then you give Mega Evolutions to Pokemon who are already hugely popular,
like Charizard and Charizard got two.
Charizard got 2. Mewtwo has 2. All the first gen starters like got their Mega Evos and not the newer ones, so for some reason.
Yeah, I didn't like Blastoise Mega Evolution. I don't know why. Like they just added more cannons or something to him. Or one big cannon on his back.
He should have got like more cannons on his back. You know what I mean? Like make him look like a fortress.
They should have done something. I don't know.
Rather than just little weird hand cannons. Yeah.
Watch the whole new Pokedex is just going to be all the previous starters Mega Evolution.
Oh no. You know what's funny? Because I think actually the professor in this game, I forget his name. I should have pulled that up. But I think he, like, you know how they all study something different?
Yeah.
His is supposed to be, no, it's not evolutions. What is it? Typing? Something about them like fighting, like actually fighting, which is funny because his assistant in the game, I forgot her name, Lily, I think is her name. That little blonde girl that they showed, she's apparently against Pokemon fighting at all, which is very much in. So I don't know if they're just gonna try to redo that whole like, oh, Pokemon shouldn't fight, but they should, but they shouldn't, but they're friends, but no, which kind of has already been done to death with N and stuff. So I'm not sure. And then I'm also like, if that's what if he specializes in them like fighting or their abilities, why are you his assistant? Like what? If you don't like it.
The one thing I always remember, like, we watched the underdub track, the first Pokemon movie not so long ago, and I forgot how convoluted and stupid the whole plot of that thing, especially in terms of motivation. It's like, oh, like, we shouldn't force Pokemon to fight, they're not made for fighting. What the fuck have you been doing for the entire 14 years of run of the show?
Yeah, that's literally the point.
Oh, but like, they're fighting nicely, I guess, this time. No. Like, they're fighting approximately the same. It's just
exactly.
Right now, it's just more sinister because you have a psychic super god forcing them to, but the rest of the time it's just not that different.
You have a 14-year-old forcing them to, so how is that any different?
Really? It keeps you into a ball.
Right. You know what, though? What I would like to see that not many of the previous games have done, usually when you go to a gym, it's done by type. They should have it where like what they did with the battle factory and all those, that you would have a different fighting style. They would do certain things. And I guess that would make more sense for an end game type of thing, but they kind of took that off after, I think, Diamond.
Yeah. Now, you know, what I really liked was the triple battles.
Oh yeah, that was.
I really like triple battles. I wasn't a fan of doubles for some reason, but with triple, I don't know, it felt like I was actually fielding a whole party at the same time instead of just like a weird tag team kind of thing. And I liked the way that you would arrange their positioning. So like, oh, I'm sitting on the edge, so I won't get attacked by the guy on the opposite edge.
Yeah.
You know, it had a lot of cool things, and then you've had like 3 triple battles in the game, and then they dropped it.
You know what? One thing I would like, by the way, is to just have a new game plus.
Yes.
And it seems like
please.
you keep your cool team, but you can go back through the game again with now the gym battles who are actually worth it.
Just keep the. I've been thinking I would like it if you kept your boxes, like all your Pokemon go in the box, you know, and then you start over. The whole story, everything else resets, you know. Maybe you keep your items in your box, right?
Yeah.
And then you play again, and it's like, you're a high, you know, level 70 guys. Yeah, they won't listen to you because you don't have the badges yet, because that's never been a factor in any of the games. I've never had Pokemon that were too high leveled for me to listen to. So they could actually make use of that mechanic for once. And then, let you play a new game plus, and I could have the fun of going through the whole story and fighting all the trainers and doing everything with another team. And then, you know.
Well, I don't remember much. I don't remember X and Y, how they did it. But what if instead of like New Game Plus, they did kind of like a gold silver kind of thing where they let you go to a whole other region, like Kanto, after you were done with Johto? Yeah. So what if like after this you could go back to Johto? That would be cool.
That would be kind of hard to implement now since there's so many other regions. And
Well, they could just pick one, is what I'm saying. Like, you know, they already did the Ruby Sapphire remake, so why not go back to Johto in this game, like at the end or something? I don't know.
You mean Hoenn? That was the Ruby Sapphire region.
Yeah,
right. Yeah.
I heard
they already went back to Hoenn, so I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying, if you look at the map that they released, there's a lot of like water and a lot of boats that like you're probably going to be going for because it's islands. Mm-hmm. So where you'll be going to this map. So maybe like, you catch a boat and you go at the end of the game. You go to a previous thing, kind of like what they did. That, I mean, as a new game plus kind of
right.
Deal.
Like that could be, but part of the thing though is that like to have a whole nother region, that means that there's less time spent on the original one, because the only reason they did 2 in Silver was because they made the game, and then Iwata, no joke, Iwata was like, hey, let me optimize your code for you. And he's like, I found all sorts of space. I'm just going to put this other region in. Thank me later.
Uh-huh.
So it was like an accident. They totally didn't, budget or plan for it at all. And it's kind of like, it would be really cool to happen, but you're basically just asking them to make a game twice as big as normal for no reason at all. And that's not going to happen, sadly.
Or they could do whatever they did with Black and White they wanted to, and add like a separate storyline where you can import your Pokemon or whatever.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
And then I was also thinking about how they could add a feature where like, oh, you're new to this game. Would you like to play like an easy mode, or are you like rookie, or
specifically for you, Chili?
Yeah. No,
some of us don't understand.
Different difficulties, like rookie. Are you a rookie trainer? Are you a veteran? Have you been playing Pokemon
That'd
forever?
be great, man. That'd be so cool, but fuck all that. Number one thing I would ask for, can we get 2 save files? Just 2. I'm not asking for... Yeah, I don't want like 3 or 5, as many infinite or whatever. I understand the Pokemon company needs to make their money, but just 2. And it's only going to be like me playing on it. I'm not going to like share it or whatever, so I just want 2 separate,
If you told me that in what the hell, like 1999, that more than 10 years later there would still only be 1 save file on Pokemon games, I wouldn't believe you.
I know, but I mean that's how. That's how they make their money.
How many people had their game overwritten or overwrote someone else's game?
Me?
Yeah.
You had to. I bought a used copy once, and like the dude had finished the game, and I was like, I don't want to erase all of this shit because I know someone worked hard on this, but I have no other option.
You know what I did? I would trade all the good Pokemon to another game and then trade them back.
Yeah. That'd be cool. Other than that, the only thing I could ask for is, can they add the Pokemon following you behind you?
Oh, please, yes.
That's so comfy, and it just makes the game like 30 times better. Just whoever's first in your party follows behind you.
That and all the like the little things that just make the game, like the day and night feature and like the little reflection, like on Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. That was
I mean, I know a lot of those things. I mean, I'm assuming a lot of those things will still be in there. But like, those little things that are callbacks to old games, where every kind of Pokemon has like had a lot of cool stuff. Was missing a lot of cool stuff that it had in the previous one. Right. At least that's how I feel.
Yeah,
they need one where it all comes together. Like, this is all the good shit in one. And I know opinions are different, but like, there's some things that I think just work. Like, like just overall work. Like Pokemon following you, like I said. Another save file. Another region, I know that's a lot to ask, but that'd be cool. After you're done, go back to another region. That clearly works. So many people love that. Do that. Like, even if it's like a kind of a watered down other region, because like when you went back to Kanto, there wasn't much. Like, I mean, there was a lot, but it wasn't like I don't really remember it. But you would just
there was basically no story.
Yeah, there wasn't. Yeah, exactly. You would already beat So I don't know. That would be cool. I think that they.
Game Freak is just a bad developer.
Well, that's true. But I don't know. They have another hit out right now, which is that. Have you heard about that game?
Oh, what?
The elephant
Pocket
one?
Jockey, or what is it called?
Yeah, that sounds horse.
It's like horse solitaire.
Yeah.
It's like apparently it's really fun.
The horse girls. I think I see a trailer for it or something.
No, that's totally different.
What are you looking at?
Well, I mean, that got me,
your fetishes on this podcast.
Stroking my pocket jockey, if you know what I mean. But
it's called something it's like solitaire with horse racing, but apparently it's like super fun.
It's on 3DS. Really good soundtrack, by the way.
Have you played it?
For any dubbers that want to play, no, but I read an article the other day that said it has a really good soundtrack.
Oh, okay. I'll check that out too. I mean, I probably won't buy it unless it's cheap, like really cheap. But maybe I'll look at some videos. But I've just heard about it that it's really fun. And I know it's Game Freak, and everybody was like, "This is so far from Pokemon. Like, it's a solitaire horse racing game." What?
That doesn't even make sense.
I know, it's weird. Who thought of that? Other than that, what they announced really quick, I just wanted to say was the typings for the legendaries, which I told you guys their names had leaked the last time we talked about Pokemon, and nobody believed me, but it's Sungaleo and Lunala.
I still don't believe you on principle.
It's Solgaleo, which is obviously the Sun Lion, and Lunala, which is the Moon Bat. And Solgaleo's typing is Psychic Steel, which is weird to me because he's a Sun God Pokemon and there's no fire.
So. Apparently, the reason he's Steel type is because his origins is from alchemy.
Oh, right. Full Metal Alchemy, of course.
Yeah.
He's Elric, an Elric brother, and then Lunala is a Psychic Ghost. Which
why do all the legends got to be psychic? I hate that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like their mind powers are too strong. I would have liked Lunala to maybe, what is it, Dark?
Buff Poison.
Oh,
There's not a lot of good poison Pokemon.
Poison. Yeah, they'll never have a poison legendary. Wait, wasn't the Z worm thing poison?
No, he was like Dragon Ground or some stupid crap.
Well, anyways, that's their typing. I just wanted to put that out there because I announced it. I still think I'm going to go Lion Sun version. I like
I'll wait to see what the exclusive Pokemon are.
Yeah.
The legendaries are like low tier in my book because I never end up using them anyway. So
yeah, they're usually trash.
Yeah.
We can't even use them competitive anyway, and I don't even care about that, but it's just frustrating when you see all these Pokemon you can't use, so I don't even bother about the legendaries.
For sure. Yeah, so that's Pokemon, and that's Nintendo, and basically E3. I mean, we'll see. This will be the last podcast we have until after E3, or the day of E3 if we record that day. But
so probably next time we'll be recording right after EA and Bethesda.
Kind of
so
wrap up.
We'll be watching these two, and then we'll report on the first day of E3.
And wouldn't want to wait until getting the whole E3 under the belt and talk about it.
That'll be a whole 2 weeks.
I think we'll do days. I think we'll do like days for the big conference. We'll do like the end of the day, record an hour long.
I mean, there
talk
is
about
going to be
a
ton to talk about. You're right.
Yeah,
you're right.
My what I had thought of was like we'll do that end of each day, and we'll have like kind of like a panel. Kind of like people come on and leave and come in if they have time. Because I'm assuming a lot of people will be home watching these streams. So for the podcast, anyways, like maybe just like what do you want to talk about? What game really interested you? Okay, you come in, talk about it, and then we'll talk to you later. Someone else comes in, we'll talk to them. Yeah. I think that would be probably work best. It'd probably be really hectic, but screw it, right? E3 is once a year.
I just want my Vita games. Come on, Freedom Wars 2.
I don't want to be the one to disappoint you, but that's a legacy console, and we don't talk about that. We don't talk about Vita on this podcast. Actually, no, we talk about Vita a lot on this podcast. Which I talk
about Vita a lot.
Yeah, I know. I hope people are happy about that. Really quick, since we're talking about E3 right now, if anyone's listening to this and you're not in the dub track room already, come by. We just had a thread. We got a couple more people in, so I hope people will come in and watch E3 with us, which we can stream it through the room because it has a video player and stuff like that. So you should come on in and watch it with us and just type in the chat, post all your memes and reactions.
Meme it up, fams.
E3 is going to be crazy, hopefully, or it's going to be really boring and Zelda. So, I don't know. Moving on. Anything else we want to talk about? What do we want to talk about?
Have you guys
cancellations?
I have sad news.
Yeah.
So remember that how many of you guys played PT or seen PT?
I saw it, didn't play it. Didn't have a PS4.
The horror teaser for Silent Hills.
Oh yeah.
Rest in peace, PT.
You guys were like, did you guys also were aware of that this indie game called Allison Road, which was really inspired by PT?
Oh yeah, I think I linked it the other day.
Which was on Kickstarter and actually backed, but they canceled the Kickstarter and they got a publisher after that.
Ugh.
And so recently they decided to push the inspired by PT all the way by canceling the project.
They followed it too close to a T.
They went all the way, and there's no word. The guy just posted on Twitter and a very short message. Okay, project cancel will come with official word very soon. So I'm still waiting for the official word. So I might just touch upon this again next podcast if we have the time among all the E3 news.
Have they tweeted anything since then?
I haven't checked. But basically, sad. The whole project apparently has been canned. Right now the latest tweet is still from the 5th of June, so that was yesterday. And the message is just, "Hi all, sadly Allison Road had to be cancelled. Statement to come in the next few days. Thanks for all your support and very sad it came to this." So we do not know what happened.
Wait, so when did the Kickstarter end?
They canceled it in
was
lieu of a publisher. I don't
last
remember.
year. Or
okay, all right.
Year.
The way you were talking, it made me think that this was all happening in recent months. Man, they got picked up by a publisher and then canceled, and
Yeah. Well, the Kickstarter itself was still pretty recent. But okay, real talk. This kind of project, I didn't expect it to go very far. I didn't expect it to get canceled. So in a way, and I kind of mean by saying this, but it might be better because I didn't expect this project to end up very, very good.
Yeah. Well, did it have
mostly
a demo?
Because it was based on something that was not even supposed to be a full game, and they're not the only ones. There's a lot of people who wanted to do things based on PT because it's a great experiment. It was super scary.
Well, it got really popular for just a demo too. So I mean,
and it was my favorite experience, horror experience, and since the old Silent Hills and PS2 era horror games.
Mm-hmm.
But it was so interesting because it was a weird short experiment that came out of nowhere. And seeing all these projects, including Allison's Road, who kind of popped up and say, "Oh, we're going to do exactly the same thing, but now we're going to do a full game out of this concept."
Yeah.
And that to me was always kind of a risky and kind of superficial move to do.
right.
So,
Just make your own game.
come up with a concept you feel confident in yourself, but and they might have, I don't know what happened with Allison's Roads, but I see it as banking on the whole PT craze. And even in there, I remember their marketing, it was oh, this is we're going to bring it back. We're going to bring back Silent Hills. We're going to be the true successor. And no.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't do much when you don't have the talent you need, like Guillermo and that guy that did the Japanese horror manga.
Silent Hills was not the one thing about PT was not just because of the gameplay. It's just because it was this weird thing that came out of nowhere that has these very, very, very weird and puzzling moments. And then you have this roster of ultra celebrities in the game world, and in addition with Norman Reedus at the end, okay, Kojima, Del Toro, and Norman Reedus in one game. And then they even had the guy they had Junji Ito at some point. fuck everyone. So, and that was kind of like lightning in a bottle type of situation.
Also, people didn't know it was Silent Hills when they first released, right? So like that also had to do with a lot of the hype too, I think, was like people were finishing the demo and like, holy shit, this is Silent Hills. Like, holy shit, you know?
And yeah, because it was so interesting because if you take it in the bigger picture, it was interesting. Like the whole PT, the story in itself is like, yeah, it's kind of a creepy thing. And in itself, it wouldn't be that powerful, but then you realize, oh shit, it's Silent Hill. Yeah. So then suddenly it takes this extra dimension. So that's also why it's like
double
so
whammy, boom, you know? Like,
it's also the reason why I'm not like going to buy any new PS4, like the PS4K, unless I can transfer my save of PT on that new console.
Oh, that's right. Oh shit. I wonder if that's going to come back and bite them in the ass, because I'm sure a lot of people are going to be like, nope.
Like, this thing is way too precious to me to give it away.
Didn't those PS4s like that have that demo, don't they sell for like a lot more too?
Maybe so. Like, I don't know how it happens. Still, like, if you got the game, I don't know if you can still download it. Like, if you download it once.
I don't think you can download it if you uninstalled, but I think you can play. Obviously, you can play it if it's still
installed. You can still
installed,
play it, yeah.
It'll just show in your library, maybe. I don't know.
It's still there. I still look at it.
Well, poor Allison Road. I did see a gameplay of that, and it did look very much PT. It looked really.
It looked gorgeous.
Is it the one? Like, it's the one where like at the end, or not at the end, but like you go out to out to like the patio too, like the dock thing too, right? Outside?
Yeah. No, it looked absolutely gorgeous. There's like they really nail like the super realistic aesthetic of that PT went for. And yeah, it's sad because I love horror games. It's one of my favorite type of games, especially like psychological horror. I'm not a fan of jump scares. I just kind of find them cheap. But like, I've always loved Silent Hills and I love PT. So it's kind of sad that, like a project like this gets canned, and apparently so far for no like good reason. We'll probably have one in a few days, but
it was the Yakuza.
It's the curse, curse of this horror.
And one of them got too spooked and was like, "Shut it down."
We can't let you scare the kids. Although Allison Road was made somewhere in America, I think.
They came all the way over here, and Konami was like, "Take them out."
You don't know how far the Yakuza hand reaches.
I mean, has there been any genre that has suffered as much as horror? Like, at first it was like, all right, we had like our good horror games, and it's like, wait a minute, now we're going to make them all shoot 'em up, not actually scary games. It's just we call it horror because there's a zombie in it.
Let's put animatronic robots in it.
Right, and now it's these like, whoa, jump scare, whoa, it's in your face. Crazy yet?
Like Generation 7, like the whole PS3 was a complete devastation of horror genre. But the problem is also like, you can sometimes get a really good horror game. Like we got Amnesia at some point. And we got a few others. And I don't even resent like Five Nights because the one guy who did it, like, yeah, I'm not that interested, but at least like he committed it. He's not too scummy on these things. They always bring something kind of new. So like, okay,
they're making
fine.
A movie.
Yeah. Fuck. But the thing is, like, when Amnesia, like for example, came out, or when Slender came out, and suddenly you have everyone, including indies, who suddenly, I'm going to do exactly the same fucking thing.
So
even Slender was aping the Amnesia thing so much, and there's a death of creativity, and like when it comes to horror games, there's very little intent of, because horror games is not just about the scares. You can really make interesting stories. You can make interesting psychological
characters
things.
And whatnot.
You can explore things that other games don't do because you can put the player in uncomfortable situations. And people kind of forget that and just go, okay, we're gonna do like these creepy, like rides. They're like circus rides that you go through at this point.
I think one of the cool thing about horror is that it's one of the few genres of games where it's doesn't, how to put it, it's like it's not expected to be fun. In that sense of like they're aiming for a different emotion from the player than fun.
Yeah, that is,
and that's kind of unique because so many games, that's the only concern is making like, hey, you're a powerful dude and you get stronger and have fun, killing shit or solving puzzles or whatever. But horror, it's like, it's okay that you feel distressed when you play our game.
Yeah, I mean, that's the point. Yeah, that's the point of the games. That's funny too, because it's like they say the human mind wants to be scared. Like, we want it. Like, for some, we crave it. Like, we're always looking for it. Yeah. So I think, that it does touch on something that's not prominent in other video games, obviously.
Right.
And that is sad. I mean, I feel like it's a fucking curse, man. Like, all these good horror games that are just, it's weird.
Yeah,
I wonder if anything will ever live up to it.
Right.
PT in horror.
I'm not even sure. I don't even sure what horror game is coming out now. Like, what is the next big one?
Angry Birds horror.
Five Nights at Freddy's, 3 or 5.
Overwatch is pretty scary, actually. 3 Hanzos, what the fuck are you guys doing?
It's scary the amount of time I'm spending on that fucking game.
Yeah, it's scary how much money you've spent on it too. $50 on loot boxes. Are you serious?
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Bro, my girlfriend's listening. God damn it, she doesn't fucking know.
I have to go see her soon. This must not go out. At least I have to see her before the podcast comes out.
Are we going out to eat? Oh shit.
Well,
Daddy spent his own.
Anyone wants some barbecue?
Have I told you about this cool skin I got? Don't mind the don't mind the 20 or so use of sprays and voice lines.
Oh man,
there are evil people at Blizzard who can make these. I'm pretty sure there's one person who just does the animation for opening loot boxes or the card packs in Hearthstone. It's the same person.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah, they know how they got that nailed down. God, it's so heartbreaking when you see the fucking coins flip in the air. It's like 3 whites and a blue. Fuck me, right? It's coming down. It's like, I don't even care anymore. I just want to fuck it.
I saw a GIF. It was 3 golds and 1 purple. Like, how?
I know, right?
How?
Hacks. These hackers. It's photoshopped.
Oh, speaking of which, hackers, we can go in this news. They've been cracking down on cheaters in Overwatch pretty damn hard.
They banned how many people?
More than 1,000.
Were they in China? Were they all Chinese? Yeah, China.
And others in other countries. And it goes so far as people who've been banned even after buying a new game are still banned, even after changing their hardware into the computer, changing their hard drives and stuff like that. They're still banned.
1,572 players banned.
A guy bought the game 4 times just to try to get to play the game. It was still banned.
Maybe
how bad did you get banned, British?
They haven't found me yet, fam. Because all my aimbots are shit.
And
you're behind 7 proxies.
And the thing is, some people on Twitter have been saying that it's very true. It's why would you cheat at Overwatch, a game that already cheats for you on so many characters?
I know, right? You want to cheat? Go Bastion every single match. How about that?
Yeah, go. You want a wall hack? Go Widowmaker. You want and go Soldier.
Just play McCree until they nerf him.
There's built-in cheats.
Yeah, I know.
Built-in auto aim.
It's literally, yeah. It's weird. And then the names that these people had were so strange. Right? Their battle tags were huge, long. What was that one?
There's some Chinese battle tags, and my favorite is if you choose Hanzo, your father will die.
That was crazy. I'm glad they're coming down on these people. Cheaters and whatnot. I feel bad if anyone got caught in the crosshair who wasn't cheating, but. Hey man, that's a gamble you take.
Good.
Yeah. If any dubbers have stopped playing suddenly for no reason.
Oh no, we would never cheat because there's no way we're cheating because if any of us were cheating, we'd be a lot better at this game than we are. I would hope.
Did you guys hear about the Way Forward game that recently came out or was announced?
Way Forward? What is that?
The people that made Shantae and
oh yeah, I heard something that someone's porting it. Isn't Marvelous porting it?
No, Xseed has is the publisher.
Oh, publishing.
Is that what you're talking about, or
that's what I thought. Is that what you're talking about?
No, I'm talking about that April Fool's they did a year ago or 2 years ago. They're we have a new game.
Talking about that now? What the fuck, man? No, go on.
And it's that cat girl salad thing.
What? Are you making this up?
Wait, I know. I think I know what you're talking about.
Are you shitting me?
Are you memeing me?
This is a serious podcast. Like, get out with your
man, what the fuck
bogus
is wrong
news
with you?
about cat girl salad people.
Man. It's like a VN and a rhythm game and like everything you would expect to be in like an April Fool's joke, but it's an actual game. They're like, oh, this is actually coming out.
And you don't know what, and it doesn't have a name, or does it have a name?
It's called Cat Girl Without Salad.
I just looked it up.
Holy shit.
It is called Cat Girl Without Salad.
Let me Google this. Cat Girl. Oh, it comes up as soon as you write Cat Girl.
It does look like a way forward character.
Yeah, it does,
that's for sure.
It really does.
And there's a screenshot on V, and there's like
Yeah.
So this is for Leto. It's a bust of like a Greek god, and his name is Aestheticus.
I'm looking at this screenshot, and I got like there's Tetris puzzle blocks and a combo meter and a racing first, second, third. We got health bars. We got DDR.
Why was this an April Fool's joke? Like, what was the joke? Like, surprise, we're making a game. Oh, just kidding, we're not making a game. And then, oh wait, we are making a game.
That's an option select every video game company has on April Fool's. They can announce something, and then if everyone hates it, they're like, oh, haha.
Just kidding.
I
was just playing. Sorry.
Mm.
Wow. Well, yeah, I didn't hear about that, but now it's on my radar officially and in my search history, so I'm sorry, NSA.
Hey man, don't be sorry. You know, them Way Forward Girls is some of the best, so you know.
They'd probably be proud of me.
Yeah. They're giving you a little salute over there at NSA headquarters.
He's a god. Look at his history. Xbox price got cut. And don't buy an Xbox One right now, even though it's cut. Because they're probably going to announce a new Xbox One at E3. Right?
Please buy our console before it goes out.
It's so much so it's so obvious that they are that the sale ends on the day of E3.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's a temporary price cut to $299, and then on the day of E3 it's done, and then it's like, oh, haha. Now we were just trying to clear out stock. Now they're like $50 or something. Yep. I don't know. Yeah. Because the new Xbox is coming out, Xbox 2 or Project Scorpio. That's what it's called, I think.
That's a code name.
I really, really want them to call it the Xbox 2. That would just make me so happy.
I'm like 100% sure they're just going to start calling them Xbox. It's going to be just like Apple did with like
it's
iPads.
It's just going to be called just the Xbox?
Yeah, just Xbox. And every new one will just be the new Xbox. Like, you know,
version 1, version 2,
yeah,
version
that
3.
kind of thing. Which, I mean, makes sense from a marketing standpoint, because why differentiate or whatever, really? Like, I don't think the next PlayStation will be called PS5. I really don't. I think it'll just be called PlayStation. So,
like, I think we're gonna kind of.
It'll be called PlayStation in all caps. You mean?
Just PlayStation.
Then the next video, PlayStation Awakening, and then PlayStation Origins.
The Reckoning.
Yeah.
PlayStation
Legends.
PS2.
PlayStation Anniversary Edition.
PlayStation
it's
Legacy.
It's all the PlayStations combined.
It's just glued together.
Like,
I would buy that.
It's all taped together, literally. It's a big stack.
It has the Vita.
HD anniversary.
The Vita has like eyes, and it just like flashes on the screen. Kill me! I shouldn't exist.
It just melted together.
Burn me in a fire.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, Nintendo's next one will be, the Bootaloo or some other more baby talk random crap.
It's weird, and I feel like this generation is going to go on a long time because of all this upgraded hardware stuff that they're talking about. And I mean, really, only thing on the horizon is VR and 4K, which if they're adjusting for in this next kind of Xbox Slim PS Neo thing, go on another. I mean, I don't see what would force their hand into moving the generation again.
It's entirely possible this could be the last true generation in the sense they were used to.
Yeah, exactly. I mean? That's what I'm thinking. Like, they'll just become Xbox and PlayStation, and they'll release different consoles, but it won't be like generation kind of thing.
Yeah, it'll just be update things. Updates, they could do it, man.
Upgrades. So, I mean, I don't know.
I'm just not sure how the consumer audience will take it, because they accept it for phones. But I know people who just flip out and like, what? I have to buy a new console? I bought one 7 years ago. Are you fucking kidding me?
Exactly. It's weird. Phones are like, people upgrade every year, and that's fine. Because I think also it has to do with the structure of payment, where it's like, it's in your bill. Like, chill out, don't worry, And then like over 4 years, though, you're paying $400 for this phone. So I don't know. kind of sad, end of an era. But let's see what happens at E3 as far as consoles go first. Maybe they'll just take a different route. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe
Xbox,
we all got trolled all along. There is no new ones. And
Xbox definitely needs to do something to position themselves back in good graces of the consumer, I think, which they've been trying. You know, I do believe, but I don't know. Maybe it's just the games that are on there that people don't flock to.
As far as I'm concerned, like Japan and Europe is pretty much dead for Xbox.
Oh yeah,
I mean not dead in Europe, but like it's Xbox. Is irrelevant here.
Yeah.
And Japan is even more so. Like Japan is just a dead market, and as far as I'm concerned, I'm just looking for the console where the Japanese market will go. So instead, and Xbox is not getting there ever.
And there's rumor about them also hooking up with Oculus, which I talked about last time, but more so than just the Elite. I mean, more so than just packaging a controller with them. I think people are saying that that's what this is for. The update or the next Xbox Scorpio or whatever will be strong enough to handle an Oculus being plugged into it, which makes sense because they don't really have the VR thing like we were talking about with Swift. They don't really have any kind of VR right now.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it makes sense. You know, you've already got that install base. But then, too, Oculus isn't doing so hot right now because people are pissed at them.
Yeah.
And then because of all their Facebook update crap, and they're, like, locking people out of, like, different apps.
Fam, how do you win your E3 this year? Just fuck me up.
Just fuck my shit up.
Very much.
It's going to be crazy. It's going to be a good couple of days. So keep it here to listen to, because this is where we'll be breaking the news for everything that happened. Don't go anywhere else. No other sites.
Can't
all you
trust
people.
them. They'll lie to you.
Yeah, you can only listen to us.
I will track you down.
You're here forever. We're not going to release an episode. Fuck it, we got lazy. 2 weeks after E3. No, but all right.
We just slept the whole time.
We all good. We ready to move on to our final thing.
I don't think we did the what do we expect from E3.
Shit. Okay, well let's go real quick. Chili, what are you hoping to see
really.
at E3?
More Pokemon. Not really expecting anything cool because pretty much I've been disappointed. But hey,
even after last year,
they might pull something out of their ass like they did last year. So
last year, I think, man, the hype last year, I don't think they can beat it because I don't think there's anything left. All I can really think for Sony is Crash. That's all I can think.
Moosh exploding at Shenmue 3.
He cried. Like,
and I cried at Last Guardian.
I know, it was crazy. Other than dates for stuff, I think this is like an intermediate, like an in-between year for E3 where it's like, okay, everything we announced last year, here's like dates or like updates on what's happening for releases and stuff. And then next year will be like a bunch of new shit. At least for Sony.
Confirmation like, okay, people, the thing we announced, it's still real.
It's still real. Here's
still
a little
making
more,
it.
Don't worry. I'm pretty sure Horizon's going to get delayed. But
for sure.
Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff there. Poon, what are you hoping to see?
I'm hoping for hoping for some Rayman from Ubisoft would be nice. I mean, I don't expect, like, let's get this straight, this is a hope, not an expect. But Rayman, Devil May Cry 5, Capcom's got like 3 unannounced games they've said that are like big titles coming out. One of them is Monster Hunter for sure, but like, what are the other 2? Maybe. I don't know. Hoping to see more about For Honor. You know, that game with the Vikings versus Samurai versus Knights.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that game.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything about that since last time, so.
That did look pretty cool.
Right.
Updates, that's what I'm saying, updates. I think it'll all be updates. I don't know if I've said it yet, but since this is the last episode before E3, I don't know if I'm pretty sure we did Hoot, but I think I would say 2 things that I'm expecting, or that I really do truly believe we'll see something in some capacity, which I don't know if Rockstar is going to be there. I don't know if it's going to be around the time. Red Dead, I think we'll see Red Dead 2. I really do. Or not Red Dead 2, but another Red Dead, you know?
The PC port.
Yeah, and that would be great
just
too.
The PC port would be just great.
Yeah, even if it was just that. But I think it'll be maybe both coupled together. That'd be really smart. Like announcing a new Red Dead. Also, the other one's coming to PC. Like, you know, the double dip kind of thing.
Or like any kind of news on like a new GTA or something.
I don't think they'll do that at E3, and I don't think that I think it's too soon. I think they're still making enough money off the online shit.
Still making bank
yeah.
But maybe next year. That's what I would say to that. And then I think as much as people don't want it or not, and I never played it and I'm putting that out there. I think we'll hear something about The Last of Us. Like, maybe they'll go to like another story or something.
I'm a hope so. Like, if they make a sequel to Last of Us, I just hope like it will be with different characters entirely.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I don't think they would. As far as I understand the story, there's not much left to do with them, right? So, I think it'll be something totally different. But then again, that's Naughty Dog, and they just released Uncharted 4, so I don't know how much they have done.
No, if they just released it, then they're going to sit on their laurels for a while. I think
that's very true.
Maybe speaking of sequels, I want to say I'm expecting Bloodborne 2. Definitely.
Oh, wow.
I'm in the camp. I hope it doesn't happen.
Didn't they say they specifically weren't, or was that no more Dark Souls, right?
But Souls has been a yearly franchise for the past 3 years, and it always sells well. I don't see why it would stop.
Well, Miyazaki said like he's done making Souls or any type of Souls games or spin-offs for now.
What if they were already working on
Bloodborne,
and they're just going to announce it now?
I am curious as what like if FromSoft is going to announce anything. I don't want Bloodborne 2 for the same reason like I didn't really like as much Dark Souls 3. It's such like I feel really like a fatigue of these games, even though I love them.
I see that.
And Bloodborne 2, like Bloodborne was so interesting also because of what's so new and fresh in the series, despite being like mechanically very similar. And like Bloodborne 2, I don't see it being as good. Even if it's as like really polished or like has a bunch of new bosses and new locations, I don't find myself being as interested in the Bloodborne 2.
Right, I wouldn't think so either. I'm just saying that's my prediction. I'm putting it out there that they are not gonna leave that money sitting on the table.
I was gonna say money talks, man. When times are tough, you don't know what they'll pull out. But Dark Souls again, Dark Souls 4. Here we go.
Yeah. But yeah, like for my expectations, I'm really curious about what FromSoft is like. If they're gonna bring anything new this year, I hope it's a new IP because I would be really curious. What could they do with something new? Otherwise, like updates on stuff we've seen last year. I think we already talked about that in previous podcasts. But yeah, more stuff on Last Guardian, like release dates. Final Fantasy VII Remake. I don't know if we're going to see Shenmue on stage again because it's not affiliated to any company, so to say. But Sony might just ask them, "Oh, do you want to show your game again on stage?"
For sure,
so they might show some stuff. I know it's ridiculous, and I would like to see like one video game.
Come on. That's too much. You're asking too much.
I say we were asking too much for Final Fantasy VII Remake or Shenmue 3 for that matter. No, I would like something just to round up like the last game, and I would like it to be Freedom Wars 2 because I really like that game, and I really wish that they would like.
That's an ask.
That's a big ask.
Yeah, that's a big ask. But hey, who knows?
That's like my on top of my hopes list. Other than that, like I don't expect something mind blowing or like I just expect updates. Near 2, maybe some
2.
Yo, Persona 5 is going to be there for sure on the Sony stage. They announced that, so we're getting something.
Cool, Or they really?
Oh yeah,
really think so? Let's be honest here.
They'll say a date. They said they're going to say a date. So for America.
They did. Okay.
Yeah. So
it's probably going to be the same trailer as we saw, just with an American release date.
They're not making a new trailer for us. Like, there's no way. But it'll be the same thing, maybe with an English dub or whatever, and then
I would assume so. Yeah.
Because
the general E3 audience cannot read subtitles. They're
yeah, exactly.
But yeah, also if anything new, like, there's nothing on top of my head that, new Devil May Cry, probably, if that's possible. Especially because the last Platinum game, the Ninja Turtles game, wasn't super good, apparently.
Yeah.
So, yeah, a bit of that.
They'll probably show us some Scalebound, too, on the Microsoft
stage.
Sure. So,
Scalebound's going to be there.
It's weird, too. I'm totally forgetting EA and Bethesda, which are going first. I always think of the big three, so, they have their own thing now. So, EA, Battlefield, probably, that kind of stuff.
Probably Battlefront,
Battlefront, yeah. But Bethesda, Doom just came out. Other than Dishonored, what else are they doing? Maybe they're going to announce
Elder Scrolls 6, baby.
No more Elder Scrolls, because they got that online shit.
That'd be crazy. I mean, I don't know. That'd be crazy, but I have no idea. So Bethesda is it's weird that they have their own conference again. Last year was Fallout. perfectly good, enough reason to have your own thing, you know?
Buy my game.
Yeah. But this year it's like, why? So I'm kind of looking forward to that. Or I'm more curious about that than any of the other presentations because it's like
maybe it'll be Quake next. You know, they did Wolfenstein, then Doom. Next is Quake.
Right? That'd be huge. So that's what I'm saying. I'm really curious about that because Doom's out, everything's out. Maybe another Wolfenstein. I don't know. Or another Elder Scrolls, like you said. I don't know.
I'm just curious. I'm just curious to see new IPs from all the companies.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah,
you can keep being curious about that. All right.
Get in line, buddy. Hope you're not a Nintendo fan.
And yeah, I'm curious also about like now that Naughty Dog has like put out their Uncharted, and we haven't heard anything from Santa Monica. And even though I'm not a fan of God of War, they're probably gonna announce a God of War. And mostly I want to see if it's gonna be any different from the last previous games. Because if it's not, okay, pass completely. I do not give a shit.
Tired of just being an asshole running around with these chains.
Something that's like, okay, this time we're going to try to make a more involving action game because we see these work. Okay, I might, especially because it might look super pretty and like interesting and all that stuff, but it might also be the usual Sony big AAA movie production thing.
Speaking of big AAA movie production games from Sony, do you think they'll have Kojima up there?
Oh.
He's got his own thing, yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Sure,
and
why
he's
not?
That's
in
big
bed
if.
with Sony these days, so...
Well, you just dropped a bomb. What do you know?
That's a big if.
Yeah, that'd be cool too. So many things we can expect. So many things we'll be disappointed by, so let's not have our hopes up too high. And just hope for the best and have fun and spend all day being shitters in the team speak and laughing and crying. And in the dub track. That brings us to the end of the episode, but let's go into our final segment, which is the compendium. The compendium. The compendium. I'm trying to say it differently this time. We're going to Mr. Hoot, who has our question of the day. So
a very general question for all of you.
Yes.
If you could bring any video game series that you like to a television show or a cartoon or series or even a movie, which one would it be?
Can I go first?
You mean make an adaptation of it?
Yeah, like imagine like just a cartoon adaptation or a series adaptation of a video game franchise that you like, or even a movie.
You made me sad because I was like, I was thinking, I totally forgot the Mega Man cartoon coming out. That looks terrible. Mega Man can never just.
You don't like the old Mega Man cartoon?
No, I did. But
fighting
I was like,
robots.
I know they've had a Mega Man cartoon, but it'd be cool. And I'm like, oh yeah, they released the art for what it's gonna look like, and that Mega Man looks like shit. It looks terrible.
This is doing their part I thought exactly the same thing. I wonder if they did it like this just to make Mighty Number 9 look even more shittier.
Yeah, that's what you just said. That's funny.
Yeah, they're trying, except they made it look good because that looks worse than Mighty Number 9 somehow.
Man. Somehow, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's just like, hey, like everything that gravitates around Mega Man is shit now. Stop caring.
You're just gonna be watching Saturday morning Mega Man. It's like the theme song's gonna come on. It's like an anime fan on prom night when it starts.
Wow.
Well, I got one. I want to see. I'd like to see a cartoon about Punch Out. I think would actually be good. I think they got a lot of like real cartoony characters. They don't play Punch Out games.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like I don't know. I feel like I like boxing, and I think you could have a fun show about like the different characters. You know, having different matches, and Lil Mac making his way up the ladder, and some of the matches are rigged and stuff like that. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe
Punch Out has no story, so it'd be nice to kind of give it a more narrative thrust.
Well, I imagine it would be kind of like Rocky in cartoon form, except against even more racist caricatures.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Like first fight is Class Joe with like a very thick French accent.
Mm-hmm. In the games, literally, when you knock him out, baguettes fall out all over the place. I'm not even joking.
I'd watch that.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to see a cartoon cartoon adaptation of Honey Pop. No, of a Saturday morning cartoon of I just had it in my head. God damn it! Can't think.
Well, see you next week, people.
Someone else go. I just had it in my head.
It was Pokemon.
I had to make it. No.
Okay,
Sonic
works super well.
I'd like to see Sonic cartoon. Bring it back.
It already exists, man.
Undertale.
Oh yeah, that would be nice. Yes.
A cartoon, yeah.
I think it'd work. It could be very alternative.
I could actually see that kind of like. Did anyone ever watch Over the Garden Wall?
Yeah.
I could see an Undertale like that. Not like
exactly
a Saturday morning
like
weekly
that.
thing, but just like we've
Exactly.
released 12 episodes. Go.
Yeah, short
check it.
episodes, like
all
a
right,
little
so
series.
I win again without Chili even going. Okay, cool. We'll talk to you next time. See
Wow.
Chili,
let's
go.
hear.
I was thinking of all the possible solutions, and I was like, Pokemon already made.
Remember, it doesn't have to be a
Story.
cartoon. It can be like a series, like a Game of Thrones type of thing.
Yeah, Maple Story already made. They made a Japanese anime.
I didn't need to know that.
You
shouldn't have told me.
Then I thought about like GTA. What if they made like different, not main characters, but like people in the city, just like experiencing life of
I think it'd be
whatever.
depressing as fuck.
like Los Santos and stuff, having their.
It could be like The Wire.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Is I've never
with GTA branding, they could throw a lot of cool little inside jokes and stuff. Maybe people steal cars, and then when you steal a car, there's a bunch of those cars on the road or something.
No, I was thinking along the lines of you could see the narrative of let's say the GTA 5 going through these people's lives and things that are happening within the game.
Wait, so you're saying that you play as like not you play, but you're watching like the civilians, not the main characters?
Yeah, the civilians' point of view. You know what I mean?
So like they're like the
be
guys
boring
whose
as fuck.
cars you rob and shoot, basically.
Yeah, basically. Like you'll see like whenever they rob a bank, honey, I was in a bank. You wouldn't believe they robbed it for the 14th time today.
Chili, nobody would watch this. It would be NPC the show, and it'd be like, oh, there's no story here. There's no character, there's nothing, no character development. Why am I watching this? But for that same reason, people might watch it.
I think if you went meta with it, like
exactly.
Yeah.
Like if they discovered, guys, we're NPCs in a video game, like we could die at any moment, and had to like escape it and stuff. I think that would be more interesting than trying to like play up the GTA connections. Just it could be an original show about NPCs in a video game.
Well, that'd actually be a good like anime where it's like where it was meta like that, where it's like anyone in our class who has a different color hair that's not normal, stay away from them because they're going to be up to some shit. Like, who's sitting in the far back corner? Nobody talk to him because he's probably some kind of fucking demon. He's definitely the MC of this of our
great.
lives.
It's like no one realizes like the weirdness going on until it's pointed out. Someone's like, "Did you ever notice how we keep on getting transfer students? Like, what's up with that?
What's going on?"
The GTA thing, and Katawa Shoujo anime.
Oh, would watch.
Do it up.
Like, because they made the Fate series anime, but this is a totally different thing because it's American made, or not really American made, but internet made.
What about Rocket League? Just cars talking to each other.
It would be like just make it Beyblade with cars.
You get Pixar on that. They didn't have experience with that shit.
Cars 3, Rocket League.
Yeah.
I think that was all I had.
And for my parts, I had a couple. One would be one would be it's not super, but we've played that together. I would like to have a series or a cartoon about Guns of Icarus.
Just a crew of people
following
on
a crew of
blimp.
pirates and this post-apocalyptic on an airship.
Could work. I could see that as an anime, actually.
Especially because they have lore on all that stuff that's trying to build up, and I don't know, I always kind of like the aesthetic. The other one would be, and I would really like a series based on Deus Ex: Human Revolution, or just Deus Ex in general.
Oh yeah, good story there.
Like cyberpunk augmentation stories. Just take the whole premise of Deus Ex, make it into a short series, something like that.
Something else, and I don't mean to cut you off, but something I just realized I would like to watch, just the aesthetic of it and like like everything, characters and stuff too. I would love a full cartoon, and it wouldn't be a kid cartoon, obviously, I don't think, but like kind of not an anime either because I would want the same style, but of Skullgirls. Like I've always liked their stories. Yeah. That'd be really cool to watch. For sure. Just like the art style too, the direction of it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Also, the obvious answer would be like I would just like them to make a whole cartoon of Overwatch. Just make the whole cartoon.
Yeah, they need more of those shorts. I want a Diva short. I really want a Diva short.
Do we have any info on like when's the next one?
No, they're coming out in seasons apparently, so I wouldn't assume anytime like in this month or whatever. At the end of June is supposed to be they're gonna roll out the competitive mode, and then I'm thinking July maybe we'll get like maps and another character or something.
Wait, so there's no competitive mode yet?
No, not yet.
No,
there wasn't.
So you're just telling me Overwatch isn't a fighting game?
It's very much a fighting game.
I've been trying to fight with my fighting stick. It doesn't work.
It only works with Bastion, where you move left or right and press one button.
Speaking of fighting games and stuff, what about a Guilty Gear anime?
I've never played Guilty Gear, but you know what? I think any fighting game would be like, because they could delve into the story where it's like they have interesting characters in fighting games, and their story is always so like fucked up, convoluted.
The thing is, there's probably a ton of animes that will be exactly like a Guilty Gear anime.
Yeah,
at this point,
that's true.
Perhaps.
Other than if it wasn't for the style of the art and obviously the girls, I think Skullgirls is like worth it to see. That'd be cool. Any word on Skullgirls 2? Are they ever going to make anything else like that?
Well, they're making Indivisible right now, no?
Oh, right, with that girl. Isn't that what it's called? Oh, yeah.
I don't know, they have like every indie character in that game.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
I would like to see another one.
All right, that was our compendium, guys. And that brings us to the end of the episode. Episode 9 of the Comfycast.
Late Sunday nights.
Super late. Got it under the wire. Had to put a call out to get some people in here, but thank you for listening. Again, we're a small community podcast. We all hail from our Dubtrack room, which is dubtrack.com/join/comfy video games. Vidya, VIDYA. Come join us. Come talk to us. Come sign up. And we just DJ comfy video game music together and talk and hate each other and cry. Thank you guys for being on here. Chili, Poon, Mr. Hoot.
Yeah.
You follow our Twitter at Comfycast. Anything else? Anybody want to say anything before they go?
No, we all stay comfy.
Yep, stay comfy.
Everybody stay comfy.
Pretty much.
All right. See y'all.
Bye.
User disconnected from your
He gets out of the room. No, Poon, that's not how it works. God damn it. You can stay in the room, Poon. I was gonna turn off the recording so I could.
I did my job.
Wow,
now I must go.
What a fucking trooper! He just straight up left.
He's like,
really
fuck you guys.
He doesn't want to talk to us at all. It's like, if we're not talking about video games, I don't want to talk to you guys.